Good morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. Today is a new day. It's gonna be a good day. I'm putting it out there into the universe that today it's gonna be a good day. I don't know if you saw in a recent video, it was my, I think it was my loungewear haul video. I talk about how I've been a little bit low recently, and I'm not gonna lie, this lockdown has really been affecting me, and I've basically had like the past week, and I think it's mainly hormonal, but I was just really down, and like I didn't really have any motivation. I just felt really like the only way to describe it is like bleh, like everything was just bleh, like meh. But I feel like I'm slowly coming out of that now, and I'm kind of like at the other end of it, and I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm feeling a lot better. Feeling a lot more like positive and motivated and ready to take on work, life, everything. So yeah, I definitely think part of that as well is to do with the fact that I started reading The Magic. I don't know, do I have it here? I do have it here. This book. So this is the follow-up from The Secret. Now if you know me, you'll know I don't read a lot. I like to listen to audiobooks. So like if I'm in the car or just of an evening, you know, if I'm just sitting relaxing, if I'm in the bath, I love putting on an audiobook. Even like in the morning when I'm doing my makeup, I like someone giving me a pep talk, and it basically feels like that. Like I love listening to self-help books. I feel like a few years ago self-help books were so taboo, like no one really spoke about them, no one would admit that they like read them. It was quite like she's reading a self-help book, whereas now anyone reading a self-help book will shout it from the rooftops, and I love self-help books. I've genuinely gone through so many on my Audible account. My library is like so long, can you see that? Genuinely I've gone through so many, but I just absolutely love them, and yeah, they really help me. But I'm not gonna lie, I do find, so I listened to The Secret originally, and I wanted to listen to The Magic. I started listening to it. I kind of struggle with the author. She's a bit too much for me. You might know this if you also listen to the book, but it's very like tinkle tinkle music. Like her voice is very like, this is the magic. And it just, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a Brit and I just find it a little bit too much. And I'm just kind of like, okay love, alright, let's just move it along, shall we? I like listening to more like people like Jen Sincero or Sarah Knight that are quite like witty, they're quite funny. They talk about manifestation or working hard and blah blah blah, but they do it in such a way that's like, it doesn't feel silly, and you think like, yeah, that makes total sense. And yeah, I've been loving Jen Sincero books recently as well, so I'm listening to a lot of her books. I listened to them in the wrong order though. So her first book was You're a Badass, but that's actually the third book of hers that I'm reading. So it's quite funny listening to them, like one of them I listened to before listening to the others, and you can like tell the order that they were written in, but that doesn't bother me. Still absolutely love her. But anyway, Magic, I decided I just couldn't deal with listening to it anymore, so I was like, I'm gonna buy it off Amazon. It was really affordable and like came next day, and yeah, I definitely prefer reading these, because I think when you read, you're obviously reading like your own voice, and so it's not as like happy clappy, you know, guru kind of vibe. It's more like just reading some words and like absorbing them and taking them in. So yeah, I've only had it for like 2 days and I'm already this way through it. Sorry if you are someone who hates spending pages, but I like books to be lived in. I think this is definitely going to be the kind of book that I will fold pages, I will highlight, I will add tabs, I will like scribble all over, because this is the kind of book that's like, it's not a book, it's like a journey. Is that really cheesy? But yeah, and I really like it, and I was talking to Alex about it this morning, and I definitely like want to put it back more into practice. Like I think last year I got really good at kind of putting The Secret into practice and like using manifestation, and just the main thing is the power of gratitude. And there's a really good, I think it was actually in Jen Sincero's book, and she talks about why gratitude works, and she said, think about it this way, like let's say you've got 8 kids at a party, you give them all a cookie. Some of them say thanks, some of them run off and eat the cookie, some of them don't even thank you, they just shove it all in one go. And then there's one little boy who stands there and thanks you for 10 minutes for giving him the cookie, offers to split it with you, and then helps you tidy up the kitchen from the cookie mess, and stays with you to keep you company as a thanks for giving you the cookie. Who do you give the second cookie to? obviously it's the little kid that showed the gratitude, that was really, really sweet, that helped you out, that showed how grateful he was for the cookies. So it's kind of like that. It's about like the gratitude for life, and I do think that the more gratitude you put out, the more that will like kind of come back to you. So it's definitely something I want to put into practice more this year, but I definitely think for me it's not enough just manifesting something. Like, I need to put it into practice, and if I want something, I like to go out there and get it and like believe that it is already mine, but still work my way towards it. And I think that's probably like the best way for me, because I do also like working. Like, I stress out when I don't work, and I think that's part of the reason why January has been a bit of a struggle as well for me, is that obviously things are a lot quieter in January, and I touched on this on my stories and stuff, and especially with lockdown, it is just so quiet work-wise at the moment. Like, emails are a lot quieter than normal, brands don't have as big of, you know, budgets as normal, and like there's not really many collaborations going, and it's just very, very quiet, and that stresses me out when things are quiet, because I like to be busy, I like having lots on, I like knowing what my next project is going to be and like what the plan is for here and there. And yeah, so I like it being a kind of like this and that, like it's both manifestation, gratitude, power of attraction, law of attraction, yeah, but also me putting it into practice and like actually going forward and making it happen. So yeah, that was a bit of a ramble first thing in the morning, but that's just what I've been like thinking about recently, and just kind of like trying to put into practice and working towards. So hopefully you can see that kind of like come into practice now, and you can see the results, if that makes sense. Yeah. Sorry, that was such a long-winded ramble. So what is the plan of action for today? Well, today is a bit of a filming day. I've got some cutaways to film for a video, which I'm not sure. I won't tell you what it is just in case it hasn't already gone up. I like my videos to be a surprise, and recently I had a few messages of like someone asking, oh, can you please do this kind of video? And it's really hard to be like, it's literally coming next week, just be patient, because I like them to be a surprise. I don't like giving the game away, because sometimes I feel like if I do, it's like, I don't know, you won't bother coming back. I don't really know. But today, let me have my coffee. Oh, I've just cleaned my teeth, and you know when like you drink a bit too soon after cleaning your teeth. But I feel like I just keep saying the word today. Today I am going to be doing a bit of filming. I am oh, I do actually have a couple of calls today as well, with some brands and stuff, which is exciting. And then, oh, I do actually have a few packages to unbox with you guys. I have a few new in items, which is exciting to show you. I also have a call with my accountant today. If you miss my stories, I realise that not everyone is like cross platforms. I kind of assume that everyone on Instagram is on YouTube, because Instagram's like my bigger platform, but there are some people that I think are here on YouTube that don't follow me on Instagram. But if you don't know, Alex and I are hoping to buy a house this year, and hence why I decided to return the Chanel, because I decided I would rather put that towards a house and kind of like be a bit closer to that, because we're really hoping this year. And obviously it's a long process, so I say this now, we're hoping to buy a house this year. You probably won't hear anything from me for another good few months, if ever, like if even at all this year. But yeah, I'm just really like, I feel like we've outgrown the flat now, and that's also a reason why I'm unsure whether I need to bother doing much to the bedroom. But I think even like with the hopes of buying a house, we probably still will be in this flat for a good, at least another 6 months or so. But yeah, so that is a goal for this year, and I think it's just mainly because we've just outgrown the flat. Like, it's not that big a flat, and obviously when you're renting, we kind of discussed this when we realised we were starting to outgrow this, because we've been in this flat now over a year, and we were contemplating whether to upsize to like a 3-bed flat, or even like a 3-bed house or something, renting, but we both kind of decided we'd rather stay in this for a bit longer and then maybe upsize when it's like comes to buying. So yeah, we've outgrown the flat, but I think it's just one of those things where we just need to live with it for a little bit longer. I do also feel sorry for Alex. It's quite hard for him because obviously because he's working from home now, and he works at the kitchen table, and because our kitchen, living room and everything's all in one area, he was like, it's really hard just living, breathing, working, relaxing all in like one space. And I totally get that. Like, I'm quite lucky that I can come in this room, close the door, get my work done, and then like when I want to relax, go back into the living room. Even though my work does kind of like expand around the entire flat, but I would say that like this room is predominantly like my working room, so it does feel like there's a bit of a separation. So we definitely want just like an extra room for him so that he can have that like separation. So yeah, I feel like I am just word vomiting at you guys today. I'm in such a chatty mood, and I think you can really tell that I'm coming out of my funk and like really starting to feel better because I am just chewing your ear off. But yeah, I feel like I need to actually get on with some work today, start planning the outfits that I'm going to shoot, and yeah. I just wanted to quickly show you today's outfit of the day because I am in love with it. So this is a new dress that I got from Nasty Gal, and I am obsessed with it, absolutely obsessed. It's called a sweater dress, so it's like a very casual material, and I think I'm going to be keeping this instead of the Zara one that I got in my recent haul, mainly because this one's just more comfortable, and they're both quite a similar like fit, quite a similar shape. But this one is just a lot more comfortable, and to be perfectly honest, that is just my top priority at the moment, just comfort. So I've just tucked it into this belt. This is a belt from H&M, and it looks so much like the Alexander McQueen belt. So I'll link it down below because it's an amazing, amazing alternative to it, so much more affordable. It does come with this little, a few people have messaged me whenever I've linked to like, this isn't the same belt, and it does come with like this weird little, it's like a purse thing attached. Just clip it off and ignore it because it looks weird, and I really, really like the belt without it. So yeah, I like how this dress looks cinched in. I definitely wouldn't wear it as a smock because it just looks like I'm wearing my boyfriend's jumper, but this I think looks really, really cute. This is a vibe for me, and this is just such a like at home cozy attire. I absolutely love it. If I was going out, I'd just add tights to it. I don't really tend to wear tights around the house. I just kind of stick to like slippers, which looks really funny with this actually. But yeah, I really like this dress. I think it's really, really cute and so affordable. So I will link it down below for you guys because this is going to be something that you're probably going to see a lot of in the vlogs. Also, just quickly, I always get questions about my coffee cups. I will link them down below in the description box for you because they are just my absolute faves. They are so good. They are Bodum double lined coffee cups. So basically there's like 2 layers of glass in there, which means that they're not too hot. So as you can see, I'm literally like touching it, but it is actually a really hot coffee. Like I have to like sip at it. So yeah, if you want to shop them, I'll link them down below because they are such good coffee cups. I use them every single day. You can put them in the dishwasher absolutely fine, put them in the microwave. I always heat my milk up in the microwave for my coffee. So yeah, I'll link them down below for you guys. I honestly think one of the hardest parts about lockdown is just the fact that because you're living, breathing, doing everything in like 4 walls, I just spent half of my life tidying up. I feel like 50% of my day is spent making a mess and the other 50% is spent tidying up. And it's not even like unclean, it's just messy. Like, don't even get me started on the kitchen table. This obviously just has work stuff all over it, which means we've got to like shove stuff onto there. The living room always just seems to have like wires running about, bowls, plates, remotes, everything like that, and it just stresses me out. I can't work in that kind of an environment, so I think I just need to quickly blitz the flat and just pick up everything, tidy it all away, and then I can actually get on with editing the video. I've got my call in like 20 minutes, so yeah. Not perfect, but that is a little bit better than what it was before. I do really, really like this view when I come back here. I just love how the living room is looking at the moment. I really like the vibe that we've gone for. I just love the like black and white. I love how the black looks on the marble table. I had a few comments saying that the marble table doesn't go. Guys, Please don't tell me that. I love my marble table. I think it's really, really great. I think Alex would prefer something a little bit more sturdy to rest his legs on, because I do tell him off when he puts his feet on, because it does make the table like bend a little bit. But I think that's just because he is a 6'3" man, and 6'3" men have heavy legs. So yeah, I just really like how this looks, and I love the shelf setup. If you haven't seen all of this stuff, all of the latest, like the new pillows and stuff like that, then I will link to my Zara and H&M home haul and like my flat update video, and you can also get a tour. Yeah, I will link below to my flat updates video. It goes into a lot more detail about the stuff, and there's also like a tour of my office and a bit more of like a tour of the flat and stuff. So if you want to see a bit more of like the interiors of the flat, I will link to that video. But I now have 3 minutes before my call, so I should probably get myself ready. New in like luxury items that I wanted to go through with you guys and show you. So I think first of all I'm going to start off with Karen Millen. So I haven't even opened this one. Most of the stuff I've already opened and like had a look at, but this I have not yet opened. So let's have a look at what is inside here. I'm really excited because I have never actually got anything from Karen Millen before. I have always kind of like wondered if it's the kind of store for me, because especially with regards to like the models and stuff, they're all very, very tall, very, very slender, and I won't lie, in the past when looking at things online, I've just always thought like, I don't really know if that would fit me or like work well with me, but especially seeing Lydia Millen's collaboration that she's done with them, it's made me realise that the brand isn't just for tall girls and that you can still rock a lot of their pieces even if you are petite. Obviously, Lydia's not the tallest person in the world, she's not as short as I am, but like even people like Susie Rinaldi, who's I think 5'2", is rocking their items, so I feel like if they can, so can I. So first up is this absolutely gorgeous jumpsuit. This is going to be really, really difficult to show you. What I will do is cutaways of all of the items so that you can see what they look like on. But the first thing is this absolutely stunning jumpsuit, and I feel like Karen Millen are just rocking the game at the moment for loungewear. Their loungewear pieces are just absolutely gorgeous. They're like really kind of like retro inspired, but still really wearable, still really chic, and my goodness, this is the softest thing I think I've ever felt in my entire life. Now I picked this up in a 10, and looking at it size wise, I think that's going to be a good size. What I really like about this, I don't know if you can see, is there's like a little clip on the v-neck, and I hate it when v-necks come too low on me, especially being a shorter girl. I do often find that they can gape a little bit and you have like a lot of cleavage showing, and I'm not one for showing a lot of cleavage, so I really, really like that about it. I really like these kind of like racing stripe details. I think they're really, really cool. They run down the arms and like on the kind of like V chest. Now I can't remember how much this was, but I will link this down below for you guys if you do want to shop it. I feel like this is going to be a really, really nice loungewear piece to add into my wardrobe, because it is like one piece. It's really easy to style up, it's really easy to throw on in the morning when you just don't know what to wear, but it still looks really, really presentable. I think if you're someone who's working from home at the moment, you want to be comfy and you're doing a lot of Zoom calls and you still want to look professional, this is definitely the kind of thing for you. I am really, really impressed with this jumpsuit. This is absolutely gorgeous, and it's not too long on my legs at all. I mean, obviously being a petite girl and like, because this is a regular length, I was expecting it to be fairly long, but compared to the loungewear that I was trying on last week, it's not that long at all. Like, can you tell? If I'm on my tiptoes, it doesn't touch the ground, which is really, really nice. So if I was just to put my slippers on, it would be absolutely fine. And I won't lie, like, the bodice is a little bit long on me, but because of the style of it, all I need to do is like cinch it up a bit more and like tuck it over, and it looks absolutely fine. I love this clip that it's got here, because it means that you can be really comfortable, like you'll be moving about, you'll be doing whatever, and this doesn't like gape. There is nothing worse than when you have like a massive gape in front of you. I absolutely hate that. So I'm a big fan of these. Annoyingly, they don't have pockets though, which is a bit of a shame. I feel like that would have just completed this, but I really like the like racing stripes. I think they look really, really cool. Really like the style of it and the fit. I love the shape. I think it's very, very flattering and really, really comfortable for loungewear. So yeah, this is definitely the kind of thing that I think if you're working from home at the moment, you need to still look fairly professional, but you want to be really comfortable. This is the jumpsuit for you. I'll link it down below, but I have a feeling that this is going to sell out really, really quickly. And then next up is a loungewear set. I am feeling the loungewear at the moment. If you saw last week, I uploaded a whole loungewear haul. I'm buying more loungewear now, but I just think I have fully embraced the loungewear life. I think in some of the last lockdowns, I was kind of like still really, really making an effort to like dress in like normal clothes and try and like gain a sense of normality. And I've realised now loungewear is just the way forward. So I'll show you these pieces separately because it's always really hard to show you sets together, but it is this absolutely stunning cashmere set. I think this is actually from the Millen range, but I can't remember, it doesn't say on, but it's this stunning cashmere pink loungewear set and I am just in love with it. It is so, so gorgeous. That colour pink is stunning. It's like a very muted pink. This is kind of the exact colour of my sofa bed, which I really, really like. I like a more muted pink. If I am going to go for a bit of colour, I never like it to be too much. I don't like it to be too like vibrant or bright or like, whoa, look at me, I'm wearing a lot of colour. I like it to be quite muted, and I think this kind of a pink can easily fit into a very neutral wardrobe. I really, really like that. And what I like about them is that you could easily wear them separately as well, so that you do have to buy them separately. I think I got a medium in both. Okay, the trousers don't say, but I definitely got a medium in the jumper. So you do have to buy them separately, but you can style them up separately. So I do really, really like that about them. Love the jumper. And then the trousers. Oh, these are gorgeous. Maybe I didn't pick them up in a medium. They look quite big. Yeah, I got these in a large. I'm hoping I've not made the same mistake as I have done with my other loungewear pieces. I have noticed that loungewear seems to be quite oversized at the moment. So hopefully this is going to fit. Obviously you can cinch in the waist, so it still will be really, really comfortable. And I quite like that they're cuffed joggers. So I think they're going to be really flattering and really, really easy to style. I have never owned a cashmere set before, so I'm really excited to have this in my collection. I will of course look after this like you should with cashmere. I'll make sure to wash it like with my cashmere socks and everything, and really, really look after it because I don't want to ruin this because it's just so, so cozy. Oh, this is the cutest cashmere set I have ever seen in my entire life. This is an absolute vibe. Now I'm definitely glad with my sizing. So as I said, I went for a medium in the jumper, which I'm really, really glad I did, and I went for a large in the trousers. And I think even though they are quite baggy around the crotch area and around my waist, I think if I'd gone for the medium, they just wouldn't have fitted on my thighs, because I do have absolute thunder thighs and I do sometimes struggle to find things that fit nicely, especially when it's like quite a slim tapered fit. So I'm really glad that I went for the large. They are so, so comfortable. I love them so, so much. And yeah, I've actually said some nasty things about cashmere in the past because I have found some cashmere pieces to be quite itchy. I haven't gone that well with them. This is the softest cashmere set I've ever tried in my entire life. And can we also just appreciate the fact that I match my sofa bed? I mean, if this isn't a girl living her best life, then I don't know what is. And then next up to show you is a little something I treated myself to from Saint Laurent. Now I picked this up from Farfetch. I have already unboxed it and tried them on because I wanted to make sure that they fitted before I showed you guys or anything, because there's nothing worse than showing you and then having to send things back and like explain that I don't have it in my collection anymore. So it's this stunning pair of Saint Laurent trainers. Now I have been looking to invest in a pair of tennis trainers for a little while now. I've had a pair of Lacoste trainers in my collection for a while and I absolutely love them. I've worn them so much and they really, really have gotten their wear, but they are kind of falling apart now. And you know what I'm like when it comes to like luxury items. I will get like a more high street or affordable version first, then if I know that I get the wear out of it, then I will allow myself to treat myself to something a little bit pricier. So, and I absolutely love them. I got them in a 37, which is a UK 4. For reference, I'm like a 3.5, so I usually size up to a 4, especially with regards to trainers, and especially because these are quite narrow. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to fit you that well if you are quite wide-footed, because they are fairly narrow trainers, but then I guess that's also kind of just what tennis trainers are. Like, they are a bit narrower and a little bit more tight-fitted, but I really, really like them. They're a lot more like 90s style, so I quite like the fact that I've got my Balenciagas when I want to go like all out, big chunky trainers, really juxtaposed with the outfit, and then I've got my Saint Laurent ones for when I want something a little bit more like feminine, a bit more maybe 90s, and a little bit more understated. So really glad that I picked these up. I absolutely love them. And then just to show you the trainers really quickly, I am so obsessed with these. Now, I've just put them on with the jumpsuit, and the way that I love wearing these kind of tennis style trainers is with flared trousers. I think it looks so cool. Really like casual and thrown together, really 90s. Very Cher from Clueless vibes, just kind of like thrown together, like hasn't really thought about it, like very tennis chic, and yeah, I'm all for it. So yeah, these are them. I've obviously just got them with my little socks on, but I just think they are so cool. I absolutely love these. Really glad that I got them. I think they are such a great staple to have in your wardrobe, and I think they're going to last me a really long time. And then last up we have some new in makeup bits. So I was really kindly sent some new in pieces from Laura Mercier, and I'm so excited to try these pieces. So these are the iconic collection pieces. So they're the items that are like their best sellers. They are like the iconic pieces. Whenever you think of Laura Mercier, you will probably think of these items. So the first one, which I'm really excited about, is the translucent loose setting powder, and I've wanted to try this for so long, but I never like got round to buying it, so I'm really excited that they sent it over. Everyone knows the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder is just supposed to be the best setting powder in terms of like keeping your makeup in place but not looking like powdery or cakey or anything. So obviously this is the packaging. I'm sure you guys will recognize this. Love the Laura Mercier, like very minimal packaging, but very classic. So I'm really excited to try this, especially around my like acne prone areas, because I do find that a lot of my makeup can move quite a lot, especially when you're wearing a mask and I don't know, you're going out, or like for me, I have to change clothes a lot, and I do find that by the end of like a filming day or like a shooting day, all of my makeup from my chin has just completely come off. So I'm excited to try this, to try and kind of like keep my makeup on better, but also not, just drop something off my lap, also not look cakey at all. So I'm really excited to give that a try, and then pick up what I dropped. So then we have the tinted moisturizer. Now I absolutely love the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. It is just such a classic item. Now I decided to pick this up in a shade darker than my last one, because I find that my other one, it is 1N, oh, what is it? 1N Cameo, I think it is. Yes, 1N Cameo, which is a very pale shade. That's me without any fake tan. And then I wanted to get one for when I do have a little bit of a tan, because I do find that sometimes I want to wear much less makeup when I still have a fake tan on, and I just want a little bit of coverage. This foundation, well, it's not even a foundation, it's a tinted moisturizer, is so good for a really natural coverage. If you're not looking for something heavy, you just want to kind of like even your skin tone out a little bit, you can even add some concealer underneath if you do have a few blemishes or like a few imperfections. You can easily add some concealer underneath and then just add this on top, and it looks so natural. It's a really nice like glowy tinted moisturizer. I absolutely love it. This is my no makeup kind of a base. I love it so much, so I'm really excited to try that, and I'm glad that I've managed to get it in another colour, because it does mean I can still wear it when I've got my fake tan on. And then we have the Pure Canvas Primer. Now this is just the classic primer from Laura Mercier. I love this so much. I find that it's really great at making your makeup not budge at all. My mum's going to be really jealous. I guarantee I'm going to get a text off her being like, so are you going to use that primer, or can I have it? Because she loves it so much too. She is such a huge fan of Laura Mercier primer, and she's very oily as well. It's quite interesting to see how different makeup can be on, like, so I've got very dry skin, she's got very oily skin, and this primer works really well for both of us. So I'm very excited to give that. So I'm very excited that I have another one of those in my collection. It is such a great primer. And then lastly, which I've never tried before and I'm really excited to give a go, is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. Now I've never tried this before, but I have heard some good things. So this is in 1N, which is obviously a very pale shade, because I am a very pale human being. And yeah, that looks like a really nice shade match on me. So I'm really excited to try that. I'm not sure if this is going to be more of like a a spot correction concealer or an under eye concealer, because if you know, I use 2 different concealers for those kinds of things. I think looking at it looks a little bit glowy, but I will have to test it and get back to you guys and let you know what kind of concealer it is. But I'm very excited to give that a go. I'm definitely one for trying new concealers because, as you guys know, I do have quite a few like acne scars on my chin, and I do get quite heavy bags under my eyes. So I like to do a little bit of concealer before I put any base on before that. So very excited to give that one a go. And yeah, so yeah, those are the more luxury pieces that have come in new in this week, which I am so excited about. I now need to tidy up this room, film the cutaways, which you would have already seen, and I think I'm gonna go make myself another. So I was just taking off my makeup and getting into my jammies, and I realised that I hadn't actually signed off this video, so I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. I didn't want to leave you without saying goodbye, so I thought I'd quickly jump on and finish this vlog. I have just gone to my jammies. If you don't know cyber jammies, you are missing out on life. They are literally like the best pajamas in the world. They are so cozy. I will link them down below. They're just the softest things you will ever wear. I love them. But yeah, today's been one of those days where I've got a lot done, but I literally haven't picked up the camera since I spoke to you earlier this afternoon when we did the little unboxing, so I'm very sorry. But knowing me, this vlog is probably way too long anyway. Loads of you guys actually have been commenting whenever I say like, oh, I'm so sorry this vlog is so long. Loads of you comment like, no, it's just long enough, and I'm like, thanks guys. Like, so many of you make it to the end, which always makes me really happy. So if you did make it to the end of this vlog, leave me a little red heart, because I just love you guys so much. I love that you make it to the end. I love that you listen to my rambling for like half an hour of your day. Makes me feel very loved. But I hope you had a lovely day. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.